Ooh. I apologize. I apologize. We're late. We are late. We're late. We're late. We're late. But we are here. Um, wow. Sorry about that. A lot has happened in the last 20, 30 minutes. And some of it not tailored to what's going on. A lot of it tailored just to real life stuff. So um gonna go ahead and get into it because I gotta go right back out into it. But I do thank you for checking this out. If you're checking it out live, hi. If you're checking it out on demand, hi. Hi in the future. Uh, I just appreciate everybody who watches these things. I didn't realize that I really had a audience of people who watch this stuff on the side. Not live, but they watch them away from the live. So I don't know. I think I might start making videos away from lives and putting them on my actual uploads. But that's beside the point. So just wanted to do a I was going to do this later, but I have so much going on next week. I don't know if I can plan to do another live before New Year's Eve. And I also have a lot going on before New Year's Eve. So, just kind of busy. So, before I get into it, even though I said I was going to get right into it, I just want to once again thank you for checking us out, and thank you for being a patron of Christyle Inc. Whether if you read the books on Global Comics, if you read the books on through Kickstarter, if you got them from Gumroad, anything like that, I appreciate you guys coming out and doing that. Let me pull this up because I just want to go over um, some stuff and put some stuff out there. So just once again, just very appreciative of where we've gotten so far. So yeah, just got a lot to cover in as little time as possible because that's the kind of person I am. Person who just kind of does things on the fly. Um, yuck. But yeah, so this is the 2025 year recap, and a lot has happened this year, and a lot's going to happen next year because of what's happened this year. So, kind of gonna give a quick recap. But before I give that recap, I want to show you guys something. So, if you look at my Twitter, or actually if you look at most of my social media, you will see that there has been a big change um, of icon, and I don't know if I can pull this up. I'm gonna try. Where do I always like to share my screen and not even know what I'm doing. Love to do it. So if you've been on my Twitter, which they call X, you will see that my logo for Christyle Inc. looks a little bit different. And a few people have brought it up to me because I kind of like changed it on the sly, and I just put it places. I put it on my official like Etsy, and I'm still finding places where I could edit and change the name wherever I have it stat at. But yes, the logo for Crystal Inc. has been changed, and going forward, that's the logo that you're going to see. And the reason being that I changed it from the old logo. If you like the old logo, I'll tell you a little side story about that logo and why it had to go. But this is going to be a part of the rebranding for Christyle Inc. going forward. And so I'm going into merchandise next year. And what I mean by that is that I'm going to be going into t-shirts and prints and stuff like that attached to the books. And I can't say the other thing yet because it hasn't really been put in place, but that's something that we're going to be doing. So I needed to change my logo to better fit some of the merchandise coming out. So the merchandise and the logo has a Y2K design to it. I've always felt like the Y2K era was where I create from. So why not have it be symbolic of that? So that's what's changing with that. Which, like I said, some people like this, some people didn't like it, some people didn't. But and I'll say right here, the reason for the logo change also is not copyright. But originally, like back when I first started doing all the like Christyle, back when I was like manga man, um, I asked a lot of people in good faith of how I should present some of my stuff, and a lot of um, it was like I was copying a specific style that I wasn't even doing, and so I felt like I needed to rebrand. I was early enough to do my rebrand, and it was just more important to just do what I had to do. So, but this one is just a lot better, a lot cleaner, and um, you typically should be seeing it on the rest of our books starting next year. Uh, which reminds me, we are also moving all of our books away from um, Gumroad. I don't know yet when, but we're going to be moving them away from Global Comics. Not that I have a beef with these places, but I would like to move to our new home next year, which will be housing both digital and physical books. So you may have heard of this website, and it's probably on my link tree already. But yeah, starting a few months ago, actually, we've been on Gumroad. Um, I haven't really sent out like the big social media tweets and hints and whatnot. But yes, we're on Gumroad. Not damn Gumroad. We're on Etsy, Etsy.com. And like I said, if you don't know what Etsy is, it is a typical. It's a place where people who could make handmade things can present and sell to an audience. So once again I feel like that's a good place to be at. We also have another website update coming soon, probably in January, if not January, February. I kind of want to get Dream Match 2 done before I start to put all the things in place for social medias and websites. But there is a big website update coming up, and I'm just trying to get everything going before we get that far. But everybody who's been kind of like going to the website, if you go to my website right now, which I think I'll try to pull it up, but if you go there right now, it will take you here with the old logo. Ha! It'll take you here, and then it'll take you to my link tree, which right now houses itself as my website somewhat, but pretty soon it will not be my website. But yeah, so you still have access to everything I do. It's just going to be much easier going forward. B said took another nap accidentally. Accidentally, you failed me. Well, that's okay. Okay, maybe it was an accident. You do it on purpose. So 2025 is almost done. A lot of people just showed up. Um, hi, people who just showed up to the stream. How you doing? Um, if you just got here, you missed the here. You know what? Because I'm gracious, I'll show it to you. But you might have to go back and watch some of the old stuff later, or come back and scrub it when I'm finished. But what you missed in hindsight was I just showcased the new Christyle Inc. Um, logo, and like I said, it's going to be put in place on all of our books going forward. It's going to be put on new merchandise coming out next year. We are going into a merch heavy year along with our books, so I feel like people like to buy things that are tied to things, and just kind of like I kind of spent this year watching people, talking to people, and doing my own research, and I figure that that's the way to do it. So also, as I didn't mention this earlier, which is so if you're getting this now, this is pretty cool. um oh, this was short looks noise. I'll rewatch. Oh yeah, it'll be short-ish. But damn, I already forgot what I was gonna say because I'm going back and forth. So all right. So logo done. Logo is logo. Jeez, I'm trying to shoot through all this stuff I got written down here. Um, what did we do this year? Christyle Inc. did, and you could see it on the thumbnail. Christyle Inc. did four major things, and then like a couple big things in the middle. But for starters, earlier this year, I presented at my very first convention, and I happened to present at my very first convention at my own table, or not my own table, but a table shared by the artist who does our books, Ash Kahari. So I got to table at my first convention. I got to meet my artist, and that is also one of my good friends. And it was like a really big, experience. And she was down here in Indy, and she stayed over here, at my home with my family. And I learned a lot of the convention stuff with her, and I hit the ground running. We covered our entire table on the very first night of our convention, the very first Friday, which meant that Saturday and Sunday was just profit, 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 and we doubled up on that Saturday. We made a lot of money, and not do we not only make a lot of money, we made a lot of connections. And so I was able to get that experience of how to do a con table, and I feel like no matter where I go, I can definitely sell books. So that was one big thing. We started. Oh, Jazz 3 came out. Jazz 3 came out this year. Um, if you've I'm not gonna ruin Jazz 3 because some people who might be watching this probably just got into Jazz 1. But I will say that Jazz 3 is starting off on a heavier note. And so if you haven't read Jazz 1, definitely go get that. It's available digital on my links, and it's also going to be sold physically on Etsy pretty soon. But if you can't wait, get it digital right now and come back later for the physical. It's only like $5. But no, Jazz 3 came out this year, and I liked it. It was really good. A lot of people that have read it are definitely on their toes about like what's going to happen next, and that's exactly what I wanted. We started a new series, Braveheart Exile, which was supposed to be it still is a very short series, but it started out really well. It's my very first colored comic, and I don't know, I might do another series colored. Who knows? We'll talk about that in a second. But it was my very first one that was in color. It's my very first one that is designed to be really short. They're all designed to be short in some fashion, but this one is like designed to be like 3 to 4 issues long. It's not a long epic. I don't think I can do a really long epic at this time. I thought I could a year ago, but I'm starting to realize I don't think I want to. I think I like collections. I like really short collections. Um, and so we're gonna be bringing those. I will tell you right now that there's a fallacy with what I just said, but that's fine. What else did we do this year? So that was Jazz 3, Braveheart. We just and the campaign for Dream Match. Dream Match 2 um is definitely a fan favorite, a Christyle fan favorite. Not only that, it's also my favorite series that we've been working on. So yay, love it. Um, which if you're coming here from the Kickstarter update, or if you're a backer who's just kind of like, I love updates, live update right now. If you have any questions on anything that I have said in the prior or saying in the present or future, please type it in the comments. I'll answer them ASAP. But right now, Dream Match 2 is still getting worked on. I surmise, even though I put it on the Kickstarter, I think I put it like March. It might be done sooner. It's just the fact that it's the holidays, so all of us are away right now, and so I think when it hits January, we're gonna just start nailing them and be out about. And that is the last book of this campaign. I mean, of this year. So 2025 was great. What this means for 2026, like I said prior, we're going to be going into a merchandise heavy heavy year. So what I mean by that, if you haven't been paying attention with some of my Kickstarter rewards, I have been dipping my toes, my little toesies. I've been dipping them into like stickers and keychains, and those have come up with great success because whenever I sell my books away from the internet, I typically get more sales when I attach trinkets with them, and people like those. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of those just to build up the old collection of these things. Dream Match Revolution 2 had keychains, attached to them, and those went off. Those went off crazy. They almost sold as much, if not more, than the stickers, and the stickers were already like a big sale. So I'll be doing a lot more secondary art attached to all of our books. But next year, I won't give you all of the schedule because I'm not committed. No, I'm not committing yet to what we're releasing next year. But I will commit to one of two things. If you are a fan, and I know a lot of you are, because I can see the number, and I can see all of the requests that when I ask on the Kickstarter surveys, and I get the same answer back. Good Blood Money 2, when is it? I'll tell you right now. Good Blood Money is releasing early to mid early 2026. Boom. So, if you liked the what do they call it? Because I didn't even. If you liked the mature book, that we put out, it's coming back. It's coming back, and I'm gonna try to do more back-to-back issues of the same series. I know one of my policies is trying to get other stuff out on top of other stuff, and some people are like, "Oh, I gotta wait so long." That yeah, you do, because I'm basically trying to build um, not a con table. Uh, I don't like this notion that you have to put so many different books on a con table. Um, just for the idea of selling to a wider market of people, especially when they all like look vastly different. I don't care much for that. Everything that Christyle Inc does fits a specific brand of our brand. So when you get our books, you will always get, and not typically all the time, but you will get a female protagonist of different varieties, and you will get sometimes you will get stories that are designed to be relatable, and some of them might come up maybe a little bit over sexy. Some may come up not sexy at all. It's just a different variety, but you're never going to get multiple different things um, from us. Everything is tied and tethered to a certain style, and our style has been this because I feel like I just write women better. um, it's true. I saw the whole thing. What are you talking about? I don't know what this is, but yeah. So, Good Blood Money 2 is coming out next year. We talked about this romance story earlier this year. Talked about it, kind of teased it, kind of posted about it online, kind of talked about it. So, gonna have to push it back. I'll let you know when. But we are pushing back the romance story that it's gonna be like probably the biggest story that we have ever done. And it's so big that we got to push it back. So if you were looking out for the romance angle, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know yet. Just bear with me. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. But um, I will tell you what is coming, and I'm working on it this upcoming year. If you've been on my Twitter or my social media, then you've seen that I have been asking questions about the superhero genre. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I've said this multiple times. I have never really liked the indie comics superhero genre because a lot of people in a lot of books that I have seen, they like to emulate heroes without adding what makes these heroes the heroes. People like to emulate the Spider-Man and the Superman and the Batman, and they don't really um, get the idea of a lot of these characters. So they only emulate the outside appearance, but they don't give, if anything, they don't really give a personality or like a function. And I feel like and it's just me. And I also will admit I have not read every single fucking indie book, but the ones that I have seen, I just don't feel inspired when I read a lot of them, and that's what I'm supposed to be getting from a lot of superhero stuff, because that's just what they're made from. I'm not asking for religious ideologies or anything of the sort. I just want there to be more than just emulating these characters that you do like. Um, I just want more practicality and a little bit of hope. I don't know, but that's okay. Like I said before, if you know indie superhero books that like are really good, say it in the comments. And if I've seen it and I don't agree, I'll tell you. Or maybe I've seen it and I've been like, I don't know. You might have to show it to me. I'm very great with discussion on things like that. I don't want to say something negative and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I was wrong. I'll admit to it. But just a lot of the stuff just did not feel like it. And because of that, it left the superhero genre jaded to me. I didn't really feel like I needed to make superhero stuff because what was really coming off the shelves was shit that I just did not really like. Well, I spoke with a lot of people who make some of the superhero stuff and um, got the idea to come off the bench and do one myself because it's one of those things that I've always thought about is you got to have some skin in the game. And maybe somebody will look at my shit and say, "Oh no, this story sucks because it doesn't do X, Y, Z," and that will probably give me the idea, the idea that I might not be as forethought as I thought I was. But um, yeah, doing the superhero thing next year. So I definitely want to see what y'all think about that. Christyle Inc. is coming to do a new genre. It's me saying I apologize for not being able to give you the romance, but check this out. And so that's coming out next year. So that's two books already that are coming out next year for sure. Um, I can't say nothing else because I'm still in between. It's been a very freaking busy holiday. And by the way, if I haven't said it prior, just want to tell you guys right now, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and all that. So if I haven't said it, I do apologize. But definitely all that. So I want to show you guys um, as far as Kickstarters go, because everybody needs to know what the next campaign is, and are they gonna? Did I click the right thing? I know I did. I know I did. I clicked the right thing. I did. Go away. So people want to know what the next Kickstarter is, right? And I haven't been advertising it because once again, I haven't. I've been kind of busy. I've been kind of what I'm saying. I haven't been around. But the next Kickstarter book is actually a book that I had on. Not it wasn't featured. But it was attached to another book. It was attached to Jazz Zero, and so um, I click things and they don't want to come up. I promise I will make this work. So boom, this is the next one, and there's a big reason that this is on Kickstarter. This once again has never been by itself on Kickstarter. This is a completed book, and not only is it a completed book, this Kickstarter is only going to be available for physical books. I'm just doing a print only. You can read this for free on my Gumroad, on Global Comics, everywhere that I have books at. You can read it for free, digitally. So you don't even have to like. There's no real like cost investment. Like if you're one of the digital people only, bam, there you go, boom, right here, done, done and done. And I even put it here on this page, right there. It is available to read. It's a 32 page book. So and I even show photos of it finished because I've already had them printed. Um, prior. So in this campaign, this book is very old. I had this book finished before Jazz Zero was finished, and it started off as just a family comic that just it's literally a story that I made of myself and my kids and my wife. And when I finished it, I didn't want to just like leave it in my house. So I put it up. I put it up for free to read. And people like that. Some people had asked me, was I gonna ever do a Kickstarter for it? And I was like, no, 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 no. Well, yes, 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 yes. And simply because this is a special occasion. So I told you prior that my kids are on this book, and my kids are featured in this story. And this story is very wacky, very funny, and the art and the coloring are done by some really good people. But this child right here, as she could probably hear me through the door, this child right here turns 18 tomorrow. It's her birthday, and so she's no longer a child. She's going to be a younger woman, and it's just been like a very like how would I say this? It's been very emotional. I guess just for me because people don't take shit serious, but it's been very emotional for me, and I wanted to give her something special. And so one of the covers for this book has been specially designed by her and her sister. That's the big draw for this campaign is this really special cover coming up, and I won't spoil it. I honestly don't even have it done yet, or at least not all the way. But it's going to be a two cover campaign, physicals only. You can get digitals of like my other books, but this is the only one that you can only get physicals. So if you're but like I said prior, if you're somebody who likes digitals and you're like, but I don't like the, well then go get it right here. Let's go get it right here. And even on the campaign page, it'll tell you, um, what to do. But actually, this is wrong. This says 2023. This is more like 2022. But whatever. Um, I'll probably fix that shit. I probably won't even fix it. I don't care. But yeah, no, just this is just something that I wanted to do. And once the campaign is finished, and everything's going, some of the proceeds for this campaign, after we do all the shipping, is going to go into a graduation gift for my kid. So, and I'll be putting that all through the campaign. Like this is kind of like a dual thing of just kind of giving somebody something cool to have because she's going to be taking this with her when she goes to college, and it's just a really cool thing. So if you would like to get in on this book, which by the way, after this campaign is done, there will never be another campaign. I'm not adding TNT Super Sisters to my Christyle Inc. collection. None of that shit. Like you're not able to get it any other time. Once it's gone from here, it's gone from here. I'm gonna put this shit right back on the shelf with my family's memory where it needs to be at. Not to be mean about it. It's just the fact that like I'm not selling that book. It was a personal book that I now feel like it needs to be sold or at least marketed on a campaign. So we got some stickers and keychains and other art for it coming. Just to kind of make it special and to give it a nice, what I'm saying, a nice new coat. But definitely a one shot comic book that, like I said, and like B said, loved it. Really good. So it's been a good ass 2025. I'm hoping next year I can actually get out of this slump. Not like I don't have a comic slump. This actually has probably been the better comic year for me, and I think next year is going to grow. I'm working with a lot of new artists. I'm working with a lot of new formats. I'm learning to do different things, and I can't wait to actually put them in practice. but um, definitely put in the comments real quick. What was the best moment of 2025? Not just for me, but just for like, anything, anything that you've been doing. I'm not gonna wait for you though, but I'm just saying, do it. You should definitely do it. Um, I also bought a shit ton of manga today, and I'm staring at it. I want to read it so bad. Uh, Click here. LOL. LOL indeed. So I need to go here pretty soon, but just I wasn't gonna do nothing extensive. I was actually going to do a little bit of gameplay because the last live that I did, I played Rumble Roses, and I think people got enjoyment out of that. But I don't really want to right now. So I got a lot to do tonight, but and I also got to go set up for my daughter's birthday and shit. But man, thanks for kicking it with us, and thank you for making 2025 what it was. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have anything to say. And please stay with us for 2026 because we got some shit coming that you ain't never saw from us before. And I would just want to maintain all of the support that I've had and the people that just kind of fuck with us. So thanks again. I know I've been saying thanks all damn video, but I'm really appreciative right now. So if all else, I gotta go. But thanks for being here. Thanks for watching it live. Thanks for watching it on demand. Please, like I said, let me know what your favorite moment of this year was, and if you have any kind of Q&A, I'll even answer them post comments. So just let me know. And with that, I'm out.